number 2? I don't know. Don't ask, I have no idea either. You know how that goes. It's just the way it is. Sometimes. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Hello there, ladies and gents. My name is Eric, known as Penguin, and I am playing Stanley the Parable. The only thing I got is pretty much is a paradox game. So I have no idea what I'm really going to get myself into. Keyboard and mouse. Yes. Edit keys. Move right, play. Okay. Duck control. Oh! Also, screenshots. Okay, so it's basically just like a denounce. Okay, so left, right. Alright. And controls duck. Duck, duck, meh, meh. Hey, Pascal! Tyler, what's going on, brother? Jelly Monster! Hey, how you doing? Welcome to stream. I got new... Dude, what'd you get for tier 10, Tyler? Lucky. Alright, so... Yeah, like I said, I just got this game the other night, and I just want to see what this was about. So yeah, like I said, I am... It'll work. Full screen, we're doing good. Full vision, should be there. Advanced. Buffer low, baby, should be bye-bye. Alright, I think we're good there. Okay, that's video. Okay. Uh-oh! Oh no! There's one cuckoo on me. No, there. Oh, ew, I don't like that. Did it go cuckoo on you too? I mean, seriously, you just went weird. Alright, so let's see if that changes. Because, yeah, like I said, I mean, it was full screen, and all of a sudden it's like, nyeh. Right on, brother! What's going on, man? How you doing? I could do this on a computer, and I'm Papyrus. Oh, how you doing, Papyrus? Oh, dude, yeah, I'm working on others. Alright, Papyrus, or Jelly Monster, if you want to be called. Hey, Jolene, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. And, yeah, hopefully everybody had a good Christmas. Everybody ready for, I was going to say Easter, it's not Easter yet. Alright, let's go get into it. The end is never the end. The end is... Oh, it just goes on. Okay, the end is never the end, the end is never the end, the end is never the end. Alright. So yeah, like I said, I mean, I really did just... I liked the trailer for this. And... Talking to my little penguin here. So yeah, that's who I'm texting at the moment. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I saw the trailer in this, and it looked pretty interesting. It's kind of one of those weird paradox games. So, you know, what's more better than playing a paradox game? I know. I'm rushing this year to be ending already.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is it me?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what Employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
It's like basically every job you
have.
have.
Others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta get a
Though he
paycheck.
had been made exactly for this job.
Why is this the only cubicle there?
Was happy.
Or office area?
And then one
think
day,
Stan's very
something
happy.
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh dear.
Something he would never quite forget.
Get a bonus?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Party time!
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was
Tyler,
very
I have no
clearly
idea when
wrong.
we downloaded
Shocked,
World Tanks Blitz.
frozen solid,
Just yet,
Stanley
anyways,
found
just yet.
himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came
I mean,
to
it
his
was-
wits and
it was
regained
a day.
his senses, he got
I
up
stayed
from
home,
his
watched
desk
movies, or
and stepped
binge
out
watched
of his
Futurama,
office.
I should say. Wait, what was that? Oh, okay, so I'm playing now. Oh, alright. So apparently I gotta go figure out what's going on. pencil sharpener. Got a lot of paperwork to do. Someone's calling. Okay, here does that. What time is it? The time is now. Almost 12:30. Okay, I was gonna say, huh? It can't be already 5. No. Guys, where's the donuts? Anybody bring any donuts? Be nice. Got some filing to do. Got to.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, well, this desk is empty besides a pencil sharpener and a lamp. There's no paperwork and your keyboard's to the side. Interesting. And these have not been filed according to regulations. Everybody disappear. Bet you're having a pizza party without me. How dare you! How dare everybody give a pizza. Pizza. Can I zoom minis? No, okay. Just walk around. Can't even see what the coffee cup says. Coffee. Alright, let's go to the meeting room. Oh, another day in the office makes me feel happy. Happy, you are me. There's a door open. Sweet. Where's the meeting room, guys? There's no... What's that say? Work with his boss? No, it says I hate Mondays. One thing everybody does too as well. But nobody really knows what a Monday really is. Is this the meeting room? Alrighty then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
My left or your left? Why don't I go to the door on the left? What if I want me to go to the door on the right? But then I am a law-abiding citizen and a good employee, so I'm gonna do what the voice tells me to do. All of a sudden, they closed on me. Thank you. Is this a horror game? Should be pretty cool, actually. Because all I know is it's like a paradox. Oh, here's the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I
Feeling
love
a
that.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How'd they solve a dispute with the coworker? Well, the first one was how not to get fired. Wish I read that whole thing. Hey, I was reading that. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header. And I didn't get to read it. Everybody's unique. Most of all, you are too. Well, that goes without saying. Look at all these stuff here. Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts, and slides. Slide, charts, and slides. Rate out which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Charge number... I didn't get to finish reading that. Rid of increase in graphics per slide. Please, no more charge, please. I'm begging. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss's appreciation minute, worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out the... I didn't get to read that. Self-interpersonal conflict. Okay, let's go read this fast. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another good employee like yourself, but not inclined toward... I didn't... Never mind. And it worked. What are your dreams for the future? Nature, radio, transcend success, lunch, plan life, a boat, football, travel. More... Okay, just for not talk less.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to
I am
think I
doing
have nothing
something,
better
bro.
to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
That is so awesome. Oh, that was so weird. It would have been funny if the person, he's reading every single thing that comes up on this projection screen. That would have made it better. What do people want? Things. Stuff and things. Hey, Skunkin, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How was your Christmas? Okay. Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs. graphs about things and money, we have our new product. The stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment. Stripes, okay, requires more secondary research. Okay, what is hot? Profits, 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 profits. This is so cool. Okay, to do. What's it? Shinder size? Okay, core value. Expenditures. Okay, shift global market. Parade. That's all it says. Monetize. Okay, free to play. Oh, that'd be nice, but I mean, so, you know, there's just some things. Broom closet. Okay. Harry Potter, I found your room! Can I get a...
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh, how do you know? What if there's a secret door? What if there's, like, a doorway to somewhere?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I'm coming for you, boss, bro. Boss man. This is not cool at all. Yeah. I was about the Yandere game. Oh, okay. Actually, seriously, I do have the Yandere game downloaded. I downloaded it last year, but I mean, I played it like here and there, but I mean, not very long. But I do have that as well. I know the little penguin said I should stream it sometime. I don't know. It's a weird game. Miss Reception Lady? Is Mr. Bossman here? Mr. Bossman, I am Stanley.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
please.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Sweet sauce! Luna, I love this game. I never played it before. Seriously, my first time playing it. And I did, like I said, I did like the trailer for it, so that's the reason why I decided to buy it. I didn't play it. But no, it's pretty cool, actually. It's kind of weird. Don't ever, ever eat the pink cotton candy that you find in your house. Find in your house, behind the walls. It's not cotton candy. Just to let you know. The more you know. Public service announcement. Okay, apparently there's only one way to go. Down into the deep abyss. Going down a weird shaft. Oh, dude, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Here we come again. This game is kind of weird, but it is good. Yeah, actually it is.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Hello?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But what if I want to look around for a while there, bro? You just said that I have a weird feeling of being on my own. So what if I want to go look around? See if there's any cocktails here. Escape. Oh. Oh. Decisions. Do I do mind control facility or do I go to escape? Escape. Because if I go mind control facility, they might actually do something to me. or I find out the truth of what's really going on. But if I do escape, that might end the game. Or something else could happen that it's just, you know what, let's go escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Death? Mind control. Mind control? Death. PD, what would you do? You would hide? I would too, bro. But seriously, PD, what would you do? What do you mean you don't know? Would you choose death or mind control? Yeah, I will say mind control too. Just to see what it goes. Alright. Thank you, PD. Love you. Alright, let's go to mind control.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Which, you know, I'm probably pretty sure it's just one of those things that if I go to death, it's not going to be real death. But then again, I could be wrong, but I don't want to find out. Just yet.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, of course we do. Oh, can I watch Nickelodeon and everything else? You know, all the cool stuff. Cameras. No button. No button, no button, just coffee cup. Alright. Well, apparently I gotta go to cameras. Everybody's gonna watch everybody.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Well, yeah, that's actually pretty true about a lot of things. But I did like how there was some screens that did have fire on them. You see, like right here, it's gonna, see, fired. I wanted to see who was fired, bro. Apparently not. Elevator, please. It's the bathroom.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, it's called up. I ain't gonna say it. It's called life.
No. He refused to believe it.
Yeah.
He couldn't accept it.
No.
His own life in someone else's control?
Exactly.
Never.
Yeah.
It was unthinkable.
Where am I going?
Wasn't it? Was it even
God,
possible?
I'm coming to you, bro!
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Depends.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Can I turn it on?
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, how am I gonna do that, dude? Could you, I mean, seriously, have you ever thought about, I've thought about that many times before. I mean, seriously, I have thought about that. I mean, what would happen if we were just like in a simulation? Or a video game itself? Where someone's controlling us? That'd be pretty weird. I mean, seriously, could you imagine that? Like, what we're doing right now is controlled by someone else. What is just a simulation? Surprise, surprise! Oh, red button. Push the red button. Fire on nukes. Fire whatever. Why can I not push the ready button? Well, what am I supposed to do, bro? Whoop, whoop. Do, do, do. Do, 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 boop. Ba-rum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, apparently not going in there. Oh! I saw... Hold on. This is the buttons over here. Okay, there's 3. Okay, that was 5. Duh! Whoever's playing me in a simulation, you're not doing a very good job. Sorry for you. Joking. So 1, 2. And where was 3? Was over here. 3. 4. 4. That one's 5. I need to find the 4th button. The button of awesomeness. The button that will set me free. Not there. Where is button number 4, please? I'll need to find the button number 4. Number 4, where could you be? Or did I miss it somewhere? See, that's 5. That's 3. Ow, it's up there. I see you. Trying to hide from me way up there. How dare you? But that's how it goes. 4. Number 4. Pretty 4. And then 5. I hope it's not timed. Because sometimes when you have to push buttons, it's timed, and it's kind of like, meh. You know what I mean. Number 5. Mind control idle awaiting input. Yay! Did I do it good? Did I do it bad? I don't know. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Power off. God, that is loud. What did you give me? Did I win? Maybe not.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Oh, yeah.
Was it over?
Oh, I can look around. Oh, I can't. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Yes!
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
What is this?
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Which is true. I mean, seriously, which is totally true. Once you find out that, yeah, there's... But, I know that this dude was actually telling me what to do. I wonder what happened if I went the other way. Or did whatever he didn't tell me to do. Because, well, this is all hunky-dory. I mean, it would seem like weird that the voice is trying to help me.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before
This could be all
him.
simulation still, too.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Until he found himself asleep at his desk. Achievement unlocked, beat the game. That was it? That was a quick game. Okay, I did not expect that game to be, or the game to end that quickly. Which apparently it didn't. So we're starting off again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so we beat the game first right away. I'm seriously, so we beat the game like right off the bat. So let's go take chances on the game and see what how it happens. By not doing what he says, you know, go left, go right, and just get numbers wrong or whatever. So I know to go to the meeting room. Was this door ever open? I mean, seriously, or I got lost.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So it goes on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I don't care!
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Well, yeah, well, amongst it, there's cookies. Cookies? Soda? Coffee? Something? But yeah, definitely, I did not think that we would beat the game that quickly. Wow! Thank you, game! I actually beat the game so quickly.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
I was gonna say.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
It's not immaculate. It's horrible. Coffee cups anywhere, can't give me soda. Even though they're $1.25.
Really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yes, it is.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
I want a soda.
here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
I'm not looking at chairs. I want me a nice cold drink. Why? Because I have no idea where my other fellow employees went to. Give me a soda.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
And I
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Ooh, an ocean. A picture of the ocean. That's definitely something I could actually like and just stare into the abyss.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
Yep.
But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
There's a camera! Is that a camera or... No, that's a smoke alarm. Never mind. That was a camera. Thought I found something cool. There, you happy, Mr. Man?
He'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Yes. Sorry, bro. I'm not gonna follow your orders.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, this makes it a little bit more enjoyable. I mean, it's enjoyable, don't get me wrong. It's enjoyable, it's just doing different things. Exploring life. Just say, screw you, voices in my head. I will do whatever I want to. Oh, I need a key card. Key card. What? Ooh, can I drive a forklift? That would be totally awesome. Warning! Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Well, how am I going to pay for it if I'm dead? I mean, seriously. Here's one of the greatest cushions of all. Can I take something, please? I really want something to have fun with.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah,
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
'Tis I.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, who is her? Do I have a girlfriend? If I can't have a girlfriend in real life, I guess I'll have one.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Where? Say, do I actually have a girlfriend in a game and not in real life? That's pretty sad. Oh well, it's alright. It's okay, I'm cool with it. Bring it on, bro.
And here we have the warehouse, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, all the boxes are tidied up nice and neat. We try to keep it that way. We have a forklift here that, you know, if the boxes are too heavy or we need to put them up on the top shelf, we use a forklift. But please, if you're not qualified to operate a forklift, don't ever touch a forklift!
Into the darkness we go!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What if I don't want to? Ma! Ma! Let me out! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Stop ringing! I know what happens if it stops ringing. Can I actually unplug it?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes? I was gonna
No,
say!
that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually
awesomeness.
chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible.
Well,
Let me
good
double check.
Oh, too bad, bro.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Ow.
Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None
Because
of these
free will,
decisions
bro.
were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
Well,
What did you...
because-
Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not
Yes.
possible. I can't
Huh.
believe it. How had I
Well,
not
believe
noticed
it or
it
not, man.
sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh,
I
that
can't
is.
believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or
Not
did you
really.
not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Bring it on,
Please
bro.
observe this helpful instructional video.
Okay.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used
Yes, it
incorrectly,
is.
can also be the most dangerous.
It can
For
be as
example,
well. It all
in this
depends.
scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend
Stephen
years
Stanley?
helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
Oh, really?
Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
This is
Allow the
interesting.
person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and
No.
crack."
It's not 4:30. Not even closest to. And practice. Okay. That was a pretty interesting video. Not very informative, but you know, it's just
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
oh yeah.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally,
someone
if you
more?
begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Infield exercise. Sweet sauce.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
welcome back.
Hello.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Stop,
but not
stop,
to
stop,
worry.
stop.
Now that you're properly
Danger,
informed
every
on
word
good
danger.
decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a
Whoa.
few minutes ago
Yeah,
and
look
see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I mean, come on. There's, forklifts on top of forklifts. That is stupid. Danger, danger, danger. Well, Robinson, danger. Or danger, Robinson's danger. Duh. Look at how these are stacked. They're not even stacked right. How can they even support each other's weight? I mean, he's in the roll cage. Oh, he's in, oh. Okay, so he's in the back, which is pretty heavy. Okay, he's in a roll cage, which most of that weight should be on the engine. Oh, okay, I can kind of see where that makes a little bit of sense. So here we're back in the warehouse. Can I turn the floodlights on? Darn it.
I want some light in here.
Okay. So no, like I said, I mean, this game is pretty interesting, actually. Especially when you make the wrong decisions on your own. I mean, seriously, when you make the wrong decision on your own, it makes it more interesting. It's just like, okay, free will, baby. Urgent. Employees should never, under any circumstances, attempt to what? Be awesome? I wish I could pick these up and read them. I would. All right. What do you got for me, bro?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
I was gonna
Imagine
say.
the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
It's a game, bro. Who's really, I mean, seriously, who's really equipped to deal with reality? A lot of people are. Some people aren't. But no, I mean, seriously, I have tinkered with that notion before, or that thought before. I was like, what if we aren't in our own reality? I mean, seriously, what if we're just playing a game? Or someone's playing a game with us? But again, whoever's playing a game with me is like pretty like, I don't know what to do. Kind of what I'm doing here. Oh my goodness, that brings a lot of light on a lot of things. Nope, I'm the only player. Main player. Back in the office! Yes! Oh, we're back in the snack room, or the comfort room.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What if I don't want to take the door to the left? I'll take the door to the right.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
That is bright.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sorry, bro.
No! Why did you do that?
'Cause I wanted
Quickly,
to.
hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
The brigade's broken. But I want to go in here. Beam me up, Scotty. Let me in.
Let me in, please let me in.
You know what? I am not going anywhere until this is all backwards. flaps. Okay, so apparently this is gonna get a little bit more weird, which is totally fine with me. Totally fine with me. Totally fine with me. Fine, I'll play your stupid game. Happy? H-A-P-P-Y? H-A-P-P-I-E.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Oh, too bad, bro.
For what? What did you get out of that?
Have
What did
fun.
you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do?
Worthless?
Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it?
Yes.
To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
Well, good for you.
Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way.
It's his life,
Is
bro.
it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
Why not?
What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
Oh, God, you're thinking out, don't I?
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Well, that's no fun.
I have to.
Okay. So apparently we did a big nope. Oops. Sorry. I didn't mean to break your game, bro.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
I know.
Now look where we are.
I know, exactly.
My entire game is destroyed.
Aw,
It was the
poor
only thing in the
babies.
world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Well, of course.
What, did you think that would be funny?
Yep.
You
That's
just
what I
had
do.
to see?
Uh-huh.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
No.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Well, because you're
That
controlling him,
thought
bro.
hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
No, I'm not. Where am I?
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
Yeah, I
it would
did
have
that
been so
already before.
perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
I did it before, bro.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
That was a
Just
bit
follow
weird.
my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sorry, bro. Gotta do the right.
No! Why did you do that?
'Cause I
Quickly,
want to.
hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That is so weird. I gotta do it right again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly
Okay,
as
so
Stanley
I'm just
would.
gonna do- it's gonna just
That
do the same
means
thing over and
choosing
over and over and over
responsibly
again.
and always putting the story first. I'm quite
Wasn't
sure
that
you'll be up to the
paradoxes?
task. Just
Remember,
follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Isn't that what a
All right.
paradox is? Even if you make the
When
wrong choices,
Stanley
it's like
came
just
to a
keeps
set of 2
over and
open
over and over,
doors,
or if you make
he
the right
entered
choices.
the door on his left.
It's just over and over and over again. Okay, I'll do this one more time. And
No! Why did you do that?
'Cause I want to.
Quickly, hurry.
Okay, I should keep doing it. All right.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That
That's
means
Stanley,
choosing
no,
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm
Okay,
quite sure you'll
okay,
be
I
up to the
get you.
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Yeah.
he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Fine. Happy? This seems back to normal.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
this for getting
disbelief,
fired?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
not getting fired.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh! Because last time I went up. Might as well go downstairs this time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's no Where's the downstairs, bro? What if I don't want to go up? What if I want to go down? God, that's bright. So what I'm thinking is, this is no ordinary building. It seems like it's more like, what do you call it, Resident Evil, where it's all underground? And everything's, just fake. I don't know what happens if I get the wrong numbers. That's new. The office is new. So when I first beat it, the office was not that way.
Hello, thank you, and
What was that?
welcome to the Exo Place Corporation. Please have a seat in there, and we'll get with you shortly. Thank you.
Okay. This is new.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to
not
it.
the panda!
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find
Night
out.
Shark 115.
Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
I
He
did!
spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Well, duh.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You
I
didn't
can't speak
mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Trying to. It won't let me get there.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
I am
asked
trying
you
to
for
speak, so
this
shut
one
up!
single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices.
Oh,
He knows what
shut
it
your
means
mouth,
to take
bro.
a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then
I mean,
why did you
seriously, how
come
awesome would
here?
that be if
You
you
had
had
a
to-
choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over
I
there.
did.
Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there?
Okay,
You
this is
listening to this?
what
Stanley, are you there?
a weird game.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Okay, this game was weird. I mean, seriously, this game is weird, but it's actually pretty cool. Because no matter what you do, I mean, seriously, no matter what you do, whether it be following the voice or you know, telling him, or having him lead you to the end, Which the first time, yeah, I thought that was the end. Then it went back and we started playing again. And then now it just went back to where you're like looking over Stanley. I mean, this game is really weird. Actually, what I'm gonna do is gonna end the stream here. I know it's a shorter stream. But no, seriously, I mean, this game is weird, but it's good as well because. Oh, resume the game. Okay, begin the game again. So, I guess it depends on what you do. I mean, it seems like you can actually play it over and over and over and over again. But once again, like I said, yeah, it's a paradox game. So, I can see where even if you make the same decisions before you make, just kind of switch up your decisions, it can be a long game. So the first time we went through it, we beat the game. Then we started all over again. But then when we started making the wrong decisions, once again, like I said, we'd start again, and then all of a sudden we started again, and then we actually beat the game, where the credits actually rolled. But now we're starting the game again, so I'm thinking, was the end of the game just part of the paradox, where it just starts over again, and things are going to be different now? I really don't know. I mean, seriously, I really don't know. But yes, like I said, I'm going to end the stream here, ladies and gents. I mean, seriously, I'm going to end the stream here. Sorry if it's going to short stream. And sorry for getting on a little bit late. I was actually watching Bird in the Box while eating dinner, and I got kind of caught up into it. I'm not finished with it yet, but I'll probably finish it later on. But, I mean, seriously, this game's got me thinking. I mean, seriously, this game has really got me thinking. Which is good. I mean, seriously, which is good, because I love games that get me thinking. I mean, seriously, those type of games are really interesting. But yeah, definitely, like I said, I'll be playing this again sometime, whenever. I know I need there's other games I need to beat that I haven't even really played just much. I know I should. It's bad, I know. But anyway. But yes, definitely, like I said, ladies and gents, thank you for being here. And if I don't see you New Year's Eve or New Year's, I mean, please have fun. I mean, seriously, have fun New Year's. Please be safe. Because I know New Year's can get like really crazy. But yes, definitely. Like I said, if I don't see you New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, I mean, yeah, it's just it's a holiday. So, but definitely, like I said, everybody, thank you for tuning in, thank you for being here, thank you for the comments as well. And once again, as I always do say, if you like this live stream / video, give it a like. If you like it, you know what to do. It is YouTube after all. But please also remember what I also always say. Be weird, be random, and please just truly be your awesome selves. I mean, seriously, just be your awesome selves, because that is the best way to be. I mean, seriously, it's the best way to be. It doesn't matter if someone says, like, you're totally weird, and you're like, why are you so weird? Like, well, I'm just some guy I can be. Well, you're so random. Like, well, duh. I'm living life, bro. But definitely, please, I mean, seriously, once again, like I said, please, always remember that. Be weird, be random, and please truly be your awesome selves, because all of you are awesome. I mean, seriously, all of you are awesome. And please be safe out there. Because I know New Year's is coming up like really, really quickly, just as much as Christmas came up quickly. I mean, this year's pretty much almost over, and we'll see you again next year. I mean, but definitely, yeah, you know what I mean. So with that being said, my name is Eric, known as Penguin. I will catch you again.